Oh, hi there. I didn't realize you. All right. Hey guys, Richie here. Day 2 of the Supra, getting a few more things installed. Joel's the cameraman today, but he'll probably end up doing more work than me as per usual. We have a Thinkware dash cam. This is the U1000 front and back. Usually I'd use Blackvue. This is my first time installing a Thinkware. I just wanted to give this one a go. With the Blackvues, I actually found this SanDisk actually does really, really well. I'm actually going to try it in the Thinkware. I've never had an issue with the SanDisk in the Blackvue, and I've been using them for years. Going to have a crack in this one, see how we go. I haven't seen an install done on a right-hand drive and an Aussie Supra. Let's check it out, see how we go. Guys, let's check out what's in this box first. I've already opened it, but I'm going to pretend I haven't opened it. Oh, what do you know? This card comes with it. Nah, it doesn't. Got the front camera on there. Sweet. That's huge. Got the front camera, and we have your front to rear cable and your power, accessory, and ground. There's going to be one thing different with me. I'm a bit of a, you can see, an electronics nerd, so I do like to do a few things. Guys, I have security cameras at home. I want every time I turn the car on, the dash cam needs to turn on, every time. But when I turn the car off, I only want it to stay on when I'm not at home. So if I go to the shops, I want parking mode on. When I come home, I'm gonna flick a switch and it's gonna turn off so it's not draining the battery. The trick is when it's switched off and you turn the car on, it boots up again. So I'm actually going to make a little switch, just a little custom switch. It's not too hard. I literally learnt this. This is high school days kind of stuff for me, and I've just taken it on here and had a go. So the first thing I'm going to need for that is a diode. So I've actually got a couple here, and it's 6 amp. So what this does, guys, is it lets the electricity pass this way, but it doesn't let it go the other way. So that's one of the tricks we'll need. So we've got a diode, and I've got a ton of switches, which I buy these off eBay. These switches, I think you get like 5 of them for about 10 bucks or so. So we'll get this switch in. So guys, like I was saying, I'm gonna flick a switch. When I get home, it's gonna turn off. When I turn the car on, even though it's switched off, the dash cam will boot up. Guys, I've just done this up real quickly in paint. It doesn't look the best because I've only got paint. But anyways, I made this up. I'm happy to share this. I'll put it up on the screen, high quality. But this is so I can have a switch, which will turn the camera on and off during parking mode, but will turn on all the time, whether the switch is on or off. So that'll always turn on. So guys, here are our original fuses. So we're just gonna need some more cable to get this done, which I have just here. So you will need a little bit of extra cable if you do wanna do this. I haven't seen anyone else do this. I don't know if there's a better way to do it. This is literally logic put together, and that's how I come up with this, because I'm not qualified in this area or anything. It's just works. I've been doing it for a few years now. I've never had an issue. So we're about to go find that fuse box. Secret, we actually checked under the passenger side, couldn't find it. So this time we're gonna pop this one open on the driver's side. It should be on this side. And we'll know exactly where the Aussie fuses go. It's one of those twisty bits. Hey, all right, there's the cable on the left. That was skinnier. Yes, there you go, out. So this is out. Let's get rid of this bad boy. So Aussie fuses, you'll find driver's side, it's facing straight down right here, guys. We're gonna look for a constant power and accessory right there. Guys, these little pens are about 10 bucks from Super Cheap or Autobahn. What they do is I'm just gonna hook up one side to the car here. So I'll just grab it on like one of the steel bits of the body. Now that thing there, if that touches power, a little light will pop up here, and then we'll know exactly what we're doing. The first thing I wanna do is touch those fuses. At the bottom of all the fuses, these little 2 silver bits. I'll touch those. And if it lights up while the car's off, we know that's a constant power. And then what we're gonna do is find one where it doesn't light up, and then when we turn the accessory on, then it makes this power. So then we'll have a constant power and one that only turns on when the accessory is on. So they're the 2 fuses we're gonna look for down here. So we've got constant power, constant, nothing, sweet, these are all nothing. Alright, I like that these are nothings. Yep, cool. Now, alright, let's find if one of these back here will turn on. Cool. So this one works now, this one works. Alright, so all of these are accessory wise. Alright, just pulling out these fuses. So we got a standard fuse there. And these look like, let's grab this one, it looks a bit easier. They're both the same. That looks like a mini. So here we go. And then I'll grab a little 5. No micro 2s on the German cars, I guess. I mean Toyota, Japanese. All right, so we'll grab one of these bad boys and another 5. So here we've got our standard one, guys. We removed the 20 amp fuse. So I'm just gonna whack that in the very bottom one. Push that one in. The reason being, guys, it's quite logical, right? Let's say there's no fuse in there, the power goes up, and the first one it hits is the OEM factory fuse, so it goes straight to the factory fuse, straight across, straight back down. What we've got here now is we're adding another one, so it's going to go up and through here, but continue up and all the way across now. So we'll put that little 5 amp in there for the dash cam. Now we've got the mini fuses as well. So the original one, they're both 5s, but I'm just going to stick the original fuse in there because I'm a bit of a weirdo. There is the 5 in the very first one, remember? So very first one, straight in, straight out. I'm going to add another 5. This is for the dash cam. Put that straight in. So again, now it goes through this, now through all the way to the top and all the way to the end. The other thing, guys, is these have crimps. I'm not a crimp fan, so I've got a little crappy solder. This has been going for a long time, guys. It's pretty potent as well. I think it's like 20 bucks from Bunnings. We're not going to crimp this, so I'm about to cut these off. 1 and 2. Let's get rid of that ending. That one as well. But you'll find this one here says battery, so that's constant. So what we'll do is the constant goes to this big one, because this is the constant power, remember, the one that always had the light on even when the car was off. Connect that one there, and then we have this red one, which will be accessory then. Yep, so that one only turns on when the car ignition's on, and we'll join that one there. So that's all you got to do, guys, if you just want your dash cam always on, like just wired normally. There's one more thing I want to show you guys just with fuses. There's actually a hot side and a cold side to a fuse. If you don't connect it properly, your fuse is pointless. It'll just always work. Your fuse will never blow. So what we're trying to do here is I'll show you the hot side of the fuse. So essentially the fuse is like a U. Your bit that blows is in the middle here. So what happens, guys, is power goes up one side, it goes all the way through and then out into the car and whatever it needs to power. If that fuse breaks, it stops here. And therefore it can't break any accessories. So what we want to do is make sure that we have the hot side, the correct side, in the correct way. So there's a way to test it out. This thing here again. Now what I'm going to do is, this is where our constant power is. So if I stick this up here, there's no light. This is one side of the fuse. Oop, there's a light there now. So there's power. So the hot side is on the right. And if I move this to the left, no power. So I need to make sure there's the hot side on the right. Now the way it works is this is the hot side, so it goes up and through the fuse. All right, so we want it up and through. So because the hot side is over here, what we got to do is actually face it this way. So the hot side, boom, boom. So guys, our hot side is the right side. So hot side this way. So I know this looks funny because it's facing out, but this is how to do it properly. Went in really easy. So now I can actually touch the top of these fuses here and we'll get power. Just turn the accessories on. Let's find the hot side of the mini fuse. There you go. So right side is hot of the mini as well. So both are right. So we're gonna plug the mini this way. Same thing. Check these work. Yep, perfect. Here we've got the switch. I'm just gonna run it. There's a groove all along here. I'm not sure if you can see that, Joel. I might steal that camera from you. There's a groove all along here. You can jam all the cables up in there easy, and you can fit most of my finger up in there. So you can jam all the cables up there. What I'm gonna do is, I've got some double-sided tape on the remote on the left and right side, and I'm gonna jam it up like this. Just got my trim tool again. These things are super handy. Just gonna wedge that in there and sweet, comes straight out this thing. And we have access to all of this. I might put a screw in somewhere here for a new ground. So I've just got a screw I'm going to put in the side of this body here. It was super easy to drill through it. I'm going to be adding more stuff later, so I just want a really easy access ground. So I'm just going to stick this one in. Super soft, super easy to get into. So there's that screw there. And I'll just stick this new ground in there. We've just connected it, tested it out, it's working. You can see me, yo, on there. I just like to have these, I like to connect these first while I can see it, make sure it looks all good, and then I route the wires. I don't like routing the wires, then connecting these. Whoops, sorry, text message. Because if you route the wires first, sometimes they don't line up nicely. I like everything to be as nice as possible. So I'll put the dash cam on first, and then I'll route the wires. The best spot we've decided is bang on in the middle. So I'm just gonna line that up here. Let's see if I can turn that up a tad. Yes. All right, guys, so that's in. We're gonna turn it off. We'll turn it off again. We'll get these wires put through, and then we'll turn it on and show you how it all connects. Pushing this underneath the roof lining all the way across. Now I know, see, if I wired them at the same time together, these would be lined up here, whereas this is actually, they're separated. So now we can go ahead and tape these up. Guys, you can see how off these wires are. This is why I connect the unit first. I'm just gonna wire these up now. See, these cables will go up and behind the dash cam, keep it nice and neat. Now I've got one of these clips in my hand here, Joel. So these clips here you actually get in your pack with your camera. You get them in the Blackvues as well. What I'm gonna do is attach it up here, keep it nice and neat. So I'll connect that there, and now I'm just gonna push that right up against the roof, and now we have a setup as seamless as possible. Got my trim piece, and I'm just push all the wires all along here again, all the way up across to the side here. Drinks break. And then we're just gonna run it down here. Same thing, trim tool, straight in there, guys, straight down there. Just been running the wire all the way, all down through these edges, just push them all along here. Now it's in the roof lining. We just got to get this rubber boot off. So I've taken this top off here. I'll pull that one off, and we'll have to try and get that wire up into this boot. What the hell? All right, this was way harder than it looks. So this is really hard to move in here too. Once you've got this rubber boot off, there's a hole in here. That hole goes into a middle bit here. There's another hole on the bottom, a really tiny one you need to put it through to get it through the roof liner. So guys, I've just put this thick wire through here. It was actually really tough. So now that I got that wire through, I'm gonna tape this dash cam wire to it, and then we'll pull it back through the hole. To get that cable through, you need little fingers like Joel. Nah, we ended up taping that to, like, you can see the cable is here and that's there, like they weren't overlapped, because if it's too thick, the way it is right there, guys, it just fits. It's got like 1 millimeter free. This was really tough. We need to run it through this rubber boot. That's no worries, up to here. Now, the issue is getting it from here all the way up around to here. There is a lot of stuff behind this plastic guard, so getting that cable, we needed to pull this plug, wire it through to this hole, little wires to get through the other side. Got the dash cam all installed now. We've just showed you how to connect to Wi-Fi, but now once you're in here, guys, I'm not going to go over it. There'll be 1,000 vids on U1000 settings. You just go through dash cam settings and you set it how you want it, right? Impact detection, parking mode, all that kind of stuff. But what I do want to show you guys now is we'll have that's our rear view. Let's tilt it this way so you can see. So there's the wing, guys. That's the back. That's the garage door. We'll go to front. Oh, we'll go to front. All done. So let's get rid of that grid so you can see. So that's the bonnet there, guys. So all done, front and back, all wired nice and neat, guys. That's how it looks at the back as well. And that's it. We're rocking, ready to go. Put all the car back together. Thanks very much for popping in. That's Joel and I. Next up, what do we have, Joel? Sub, speaker fix, and we'll have an exhaust probably next week as well. Have a good weekend.